Hello everybody and welcome to MACH 2024. It's Wednesday and I'm feeling a little bit tired today, Steve.
I can imagine, Linz. I'm tired, but we stand here and you've been right round the show.
It's great though, because you're walking around, aren't you, and you're seeing people that you've known for years, and you get stopped and you're chatting away, and then you chat to... I've seen you roaming around as well.
Oh, Linz, I love it. You know, we call it competition, but there's room in this market for all of us. You know, we've got Heimer over there, we've got Matt Soda over there, and literally, as you say, there's friends on every stand.
Yes.
There really is.
And you've known these people for years as well, haven't you? So it is great fun, I must admit.
No, we're lucky.
Yeah, we are very blessed. Right, okay, so of course it is Wednesday. If you can't make MACH, then make sure you're watching our lives throughout the week. Send in your comments, send in any messages, and we will get back to you and reply. It's live, it's happening right here and right now, and we are on the WFL stand. Steve, this is a mega component. I don't know, it's not factual, but this is the largest component I have seen at the show. So is it?
I wouldn't know whether it's factual, but equally I wouldn't argue against it.
No.
It has stopped many people in the tracks.
Yes.
It's, well, as you just pointed out, it's enormous.
Yes.
It gives a demonstration of what a WFL can do. We're trying to demonstrate that this machine range that we've got here is not for a particular industry, it's for all industry. We give a demonstration of heavy industry or marine, we give a demonstration of aerospace, we give a demonstration of oil and gas. This component is to show any potential customers that walk through the show that, look, we've got a solution that can meet your requirements.
And it's also the capabilities internally of the component as well as externally as well.
It is, and it's very important for many of our components, whether it's aerospace, whether it's oil and gas, whether it's power. The external features are highly demanding, but equally, and maybe even more so, the internal features are more demanding.
Don't say any more on that, because we're going to come to that in just a few moments' time. Now, for anyone who doesn't know who WFL are, can you just give a bit of an overview of the company and the brand? Because, you know, people are watching from all over the world. Who is it that you are, and what industries are you serving? I know you've kind of briefly gone over that.
Well, WFL is an Austrian company. We are obviously a machine tool company, privately owned machine tool company. We specialise in Millturn. We don't do anything else.
Nothing else?
Nothing else. So we can do, you know, people might see it as a lathe, people might see it as a miller machine, but it's not. It's a Millturn machine. Millturn is actually our term. You know, it's ours. It's actually a trademark.
So
it's a
Really?
trademark against...
Because I hear other people...
Oh, they say it, but it's ours. It's actually our term.
So what is then... Actually, that's quite interesting. What is the benefits? What is Millturn?
Well, Millturn gives you the opportunity, you know, and again, I've got to say, WFL was my nemesis in the past and cost me business. And that's one of the reasons that attracted me to it.
Yeah.
But what we have this clamp once, machine complete ethos. So a Millturn gives you the opportunity to place a component in the machine and produce it with as few operations as possible. We try and target the one operation, but ultimately we try and come down to as few operations as possible.
And that's essentially, I'd say, the ultimate goal, especially when you're dealing with components of this size, surely.
There's a million reasons why. There's human error, there's damage.
Yeah, well, of course.
You know, you can damage the machine as well as the components. Setup times are reduced. So cycle time or component time is reduced significantly by the number of operations you can take out of the process. Right,
okay, so we're going to take you on a little bit of a tour of the stand. Yes, I do have a bad throat. A tour of the stand and kind of get under the covers of the machine to understand what it is that you do.
Yeah.
But in the UK, let's talk about that just briefly. It's changed somewhat.
We have. WFL for many years have been successfully supported by our agent, which was Kyle Machine Tools.
Yes.
But in November 2023, we became WFL Millturn Technologies UK Limited.
Right.
And we did that as a commitment to our customers, to say to our customers that, look, we do value you. Yes, you were looked after well by Kyle, but we want to try and improve our footprint, our customer footprint here. We want to improve our service offering to our customers. We're even considering setting up maybe a little bit of a European hub for service.
Oh, okay.
So we'd have more service engineers to be able to support our customers, but equally being able to support other functions throughout Europe.
Brilliant. There you know, the news. When did this happen?
November last year it started, and we're building up the team as we speak now.
Right, okay, something that you wouldn't probably put together is a machine like this with automation. So before we actually get to understand inside the machine, this is a new partnership, am I correct?
Relatively new, yes. We've worked very, very closely with FRAI for many, many years, and we've delivered many, many successful projects. But ultimately, as I've just said to you, we try and limit the amount of operations that are involved. But when we can't limit the operations, what we try and do then is offer our customers a automated solution, which again takes out those elements that I said before, human error, setup times, but ultimately manage the process on behalf of our customers. And we do it quite successfully, yes. And again, we like this, many of our customers like a one-stop shop. So if they're placing a purchase order for a machine and they want to place an order for automation, now they can do it just through WFL.
Together. Right, I'm going to pass the baton over to my colleague Joe Reynolds, who's going to talk about the internals and the externals of the machine too. Right, here you go, Joe.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
hey,
good to see you, mate. Good to see you. When I look at the WFL technology, for those people maybe hiding under a rock, haven't seen you guys before, can we take a little dive into the philosophies of the company? More importantly, for this little segment, the actual machine tool and the technology within it. The clues in the name a little bit, but if we can go a bit deeper.
Well, we offer many, many solutions, and we offer different sizes. So our machines go from what we call an M20 up to an M200, which is M200 is a 2-metre swing, and you can imagine that's a big machine. Recently, and again, just to give you the scope of what we can offer our customers, is that we've sold an M200 with a 14 metres between centres, which is an enormous machine. I won't tell you how much it was, but equally, it's a very impressive project. But what we do, we make effectively safety critical components in many industries. So it's aerospace, it's oil and gas, it's power, it's highly demanding materials, it's highly accurate products that we need to supply our customers. We offer what we call, some people call it a sub-spindle. We call it a counter spindle. So we can have 2 spindles with the same kilowatt of power on both sides. So it allows us, again, to follow this, as you say, the clues in the name, clamp once machine complete. It allows us to swap spindles, but not lose any power.
Yeah, when I used to sell cutting tools, I came across your machines fairly regularly in large aerospace companies, machining the most challenging materials imaginable, not too dissimilar to components we see here on the stand. So these machines have stood the test of the time, haven't they?
Without question. And one of my favourite little sales pitches is that we're around for 20 years, or at least 20 years. Many of our machines in the UK are 20 years of age at the moment. But equally, we can offer a full retrofit on those machines. And we do have a customer in the UK recently where we bought back some of their machines. And even before they hit the floor, we'd sold them again into the market again, because even at 20, 25 years old, there's still a demand for these great machines.
Sure. Many manufacturers will say they do turnkey projects and things like that, but this is slightly different, Steve.
It's got to be. Well, I want to say it's got to be turnkey. These machines are all singing, all dancing, they do everything. But equally, you've got to be able to deliver the solution. And I say, yes, the machines are great, but equally, I've got to go with our applications team. Because if you ain't got someone to conduct the orchestra, you're not going to get a tune out of the instruments. And we've got a wonderful applications team. And if they say it can do it, it can do it.
Sure. And if you talk about the basics, what's the build? What's the structure? What controls are the machines?
We have a slant bed technology, which gives it an awful lot of more rigidity in terms of the depth of cut, the power we can achieve in taking material away from the machine. We can have our TBM unit is really powerful. It's it has a hearth coupling, and it gives us an extra little bit of oomph for material movement in our components.
Sure. If we just go around the corner here and see some of the accessories, I suppose, that you fit onto your machines. Again, looking at that, it's different to many other people?
It's important. This is really important. I mentioned it to Lindsay a little bit earlier. You know, many of the external features are very demanding. The external features are very demanding, but the internal features are equally demanding. And as you can see here, we offer a number of solutions so our customers can achieve the requirements that they're looking for on the internal side. If you have a look on the back end of these here, let's go to the top one, the internal machining tool. If you have a look at that's a HSK 100, but we have this very unique dovetail solution where the machine takes it over to the TBM unit, it mates with the dovetail, and then it's drawn back on the HSK 100 back end, and this gives it added rigidity to help us achieve those demanding tolerances.
And this can be done in part of a cycle?
Yeah, very much so, yeah. And weekly we developed, see this bottom tool? This is, we can't tell you the customer, but this was developed for a customer, for a specific application. As you can see, it's very long, but what we have here is adjustable pads which sit within the bore to keep the boring bar steady right through to the depth of the chamber.
WFL making the impossible possible.
Yeah, and it's what we do well, very well.
Yeah. So we've talked about the company, we've talked about the hardware. I know now we're going to go back to Lindsay, who's going to take a bit more detail on the software.
Absolutely, thanks Joe. Right, Steve, we're not making you work too hard first thing this morning, are we?
I'm sweating, Lindsay, I've got to be telling you, that's only the truth.
So. You know what, we came onto the stand earlier and Steve was like, it's fine, I'll do it all. You were cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, no longer.
Right, okay, digital, you know, we've got to talk about it, so tell us more about this side of WFL.
You know, the world's changing, Lindsay, and we do have a great mechanical solution. We have great machines that can perform, but equally, we understand, as I said before, we have a great applications team. We need the tools to help people utilise these machines and get the best functionality out of them. And over the years, and continuing moving forward through R&D and our software department, we've moved on with our software, and we've developed and delivered all these solutions for our customers to be able to get the best and particular packages. So people are in the gear business, people are in the screw business, i.e. in the plastic businesses, whatever it is, we've created an awful lot of software to allow them to use the machine safely. And number one thing, we have this Crash Guard Studio, which is almost like a digital twin. It allows our customers to program the machine offline, but have 100% confidence that it's not going to give any crashes when they actually start the process with the machine. It takes everything in.
It takes the risk out of it.
It takes all the risk out of it. It does the acceleration, the deceleration on all the axes, takes on the tools, takes on the working envelope of the machine. It literally is an exact digital twin of the process.
And you know what's brilliant about that is you're listening to industry and not harping on about it, but everyone is saying skill shortages and everything like that. So you're actually helping the operator along the way and making life a little bit easier, but de-risking everything.
It is de-risking, and as you know, if you just this little walk that we've done across our stand today, we've gone from yes, we can deliver components, yes, we can deliver the automation, and yes, we can deliver the software to make it all work. We are effectively a one-stop shop, but I've got to emphasise that it is a package. You know, we sell the machines, but ultimately there's a team behind us who deliver the machines and then deliver the solutions.
Steve, I've only got one more question for you then. Really, it's what do you want to tell industry about who you are and why they should come to you? I mean, you've told us over the last 15 minutes or so about the company, but those kind of final few words of saying, come to WFL.
WFL have got a really good customer base. We've got a really good track record. Weirdly, we're growing as a business. We're really growing. Our order book is very strong at the moment. But equally, we're not happy. We're developing new products for our customers. We've gone smaller because equally we're known for bigger machines.
Yes.
But we've actually started going smaller with our M200, whether that journey continues. But we've identified that the UK and Ireland is a strong, strong market for us. I know the globe is, and the globe's doing well. But what we're saying is we've made a commitment to the UK and Ireland. We're here for you. If you've got a problem, we've got a solution.
Absolutely brilliant. You can rest now, and it's the beginning of the day, and you'll probably need a coffee now.
Whiskey. And I don't even drink it.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Steve. You've done that all on your own. So here we are on the WFL stand here at MACH 2024. Stay tuned. Keep those comments coming in. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned because we're going to be coming live in less than an hour's time.